So, how should we be preparing our finances with the change in administration? Well, that's to be seen. One thing just from the tax side, which I know, that's kind of where we dwell. There were some things that were supposed to expire in 2025 that the way things seem to be going will continue. And which means that personally, your standard deduction is going to stay high, and everything's going to be the same. Most likely, that's going to extend to 28 with a few provisions here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I got through the midterms, but and so tax wise, it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be a major difference, especially in the first year, because I can only deal with next year. I can't speak to down the line, and I think that's probably best about all things looking at finances. Now, I will say this. My point of view was really not dependent on the result of the election. It's more of what's happening economically. And I know personally, my thing is like, it's nothing new, but you really need to save your money because there's so much uncertainty right now. If you can get in the market, if you can. But you got to be mindful of your cash. I guess that's why Profit First really works out. I think now you have to be mindful of your cash because we don't know what's going to happen. This, from my evidence from the last time this administration existed, something happened like every month. Something going down.
Mm-hmm.
Now my personal thoughts. I mean, I personally think we're gonna be at war within 2 years. So whatever that's gonna happen. And if the tariff thing works, you're not gonna be able to afford anything. if the tariffs happen, you're not gonna be able to afford anything. But just in the geopolitical economic thing, I don't see the tariffs really happening, because for us to go to war with anybody, the people we trying to put tariffs on, we got to borrow the money from them, either them or the Saudis. So it's bigger than us, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you, like, this is very big. But the tariff thing, I don't know. But they are talking about inflation may go back up. And for most of us in there, this is business and individual or personal. What it means when inflation goes up, it means prices go up. That's what. So your dollar isn't worth $1. That's pretty much, your dollar can't buy $1 worth of stuff. And inflation has always existed and it will exist. But they're talking about, the rates may stay high because we're going to have this cooling. For instance, the stock market, and this is just an undertone from this election thing. Democrats were saying that the economy is good. Well, that means the stock market was good. The stock market has been great. If you have any action in there, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it was great. That's why I'm trying to wait for the homie to come in. He talk. It's been absolutely wonderful. The day after the election, it was superb.
Yeah,
superb.
Right.
It was outstanding. It's gonna go that way, and I've had conversations. I think I had it with Marcus, but we went. It's been known that, and I'm just going on historical stuff. This is that after when Republican administrations come in, there's a excitement on the front end, then it slows down relatively early. So sometime in about March, it may start heading down. Could totally see that happening. So, you saw that? Oh man, Man, Fryer. He sees he over there. He said, yeah, so
Oh, there it is.
yeah, so he's on to keep rolling. So I keep rolling. So he was the mystery guest. But anyway, so there's a chance that the market's gonna go down. So what this means in your regular is like be mindful of your bread. Don't dumb out over here. We hitting the holiday time, but heck, you probably done bought everything all year every week. They have sales all year. So on the 29th, which is supposed to be Black Friday, there's probably nothing's gonna be that much of a sale that you can't miss it. And I just we have to be prepared for uncertainty, but I just feel like social and fear aside, like my man he gonna be on something different, man. And like he gonna be on something like he gonna be on something different, man. Like you just gotta be prepared. But maybe I'll say it best this way. The things that we've spoken about on this show and we talked about, it's time to activate them. Be mindful of your bread. Put some money away. If you can get into the market outside of your retirement, retirement is something different. We need to do a show on retirement with the professionals. It's different. You gotta handle that. Yeah, handle debt, whatever, but you need to make sure you got some cash because toilet paper might be $18. Then what you gonna do, right? So like that, and yeah, what you gonna do? Like and do that. So that's my personal advice, but it changes because dynamics are going to change, and I still believe that we gonna be at war real soon. So that's my 2 cents. That's all I got. But
Yeah, well, I'm gonna give you some I'm gonna give you some more to add to that, I think. And what we'll do is we'll include a PDF of some suggestions. We'll attach it to this YouTube video.
Oh, will work. Okay.
Yeah, we will. All right. So, real high level bullet points just to answer the question a little bit more. Make sure to analyze the potential policy changes. Right. Keep an eye out for that stuff. Miss the rhetoric and understand what the message is. Right. And try to figure out how best to understand the changes of the policies that's coming along. And then, as James said, assess your current financial situation, personally and for businesses, right? And understand inflation and understand, the markets. You don't have to be a professional. There's professionals for that. But just having your good finger on the framework of it will help you fill in a lot of blanks, right? Tax planning, of course, and make sure you talk to your personal financial advisors. If you don't have one, we have one. We have excellent one. We have excellent sources as well. Yeah, absolutely. And to adjust those investment strategies to see, what you should be doing over the short term and the long term. Then make sure you manage your debt wisely, right? One suggestion is pay off any high debt credit cards, get that out the way, and then have a game plan for the rest of your debt, right? And then, most importantly, which should have been number one, is engage with professionals. A lot of times we think we could do it on our own, and while for those of us that like to be educated and to attempt doing things, that's a nail in the tire, if you will, because eventually it's going to deflate and you might be stuck on the side of the road with no shoulder, right? An 18 wheel is running by you. It could be cold, it could be raining, or it could be 120 degrees outside. One never knows, right? And then talking to build a financial cushion, right? One question that we always ask people, and it's something that we keep coming back to. What do you need to live? How much money do you need to live your lifestyle? Like realistically,
Yeah.
How much money do you need to live to? And so then you get that answer and you back it up to go ahead and create a financial cushion for yourself, right? And
Mm.
these things are easily said. These things are easily said. These things are easily mentioned. But how do you do it? How do you design it? And then how do you execute? Right. So it's idea, design, and execution. Again, engage professionals. Figure out, be honest with yourselves, right? And ask yourselves what it is that you want. We are in a turbulent um, society and economy, but believe it or not, there's a lot of opportunity within turbulence because no challenge, no change. So that's why things change, and that's why people get rich, and that's why people get poor, because it's either they're seeking the opportunity to get rich, or they're seeking the opportunity to go poor or to stay poor. To be honest, because it's all opportunities. I digress from there, and then stay flexible and informed. Right. So again, those are high level bullet points. Hopefully, hopefully something resonated with you guys, and we'll drop this PDF into our link after the show, so you guys can go ahead and download it and take some action.
Absolutely. Well, I think what's coming up, the biggest thing off of that to me is that the professionals. One mistake that people make, and well, we'll be talking about being proactive with this money thing. Financial advisors, financial planners, tax advisors, insurance agents, bankers, your bank, your retirement at your job, whatever you have. Don't wait. There's no better time than right now to go talk to somebody about this stuff, because you mess around and you let it linger, you let it go. You don't talk to somebody.